Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode from the plane. And I just want to talk today about the career after the career. And I was just in the plane and I was reading the newspapers, and that's why I got the idea right now to talk to you and give you some information about that. I was reading about Bastian Schweinsteiger, which you all know, won the World Cup, one of the greatest players for Germany, and he just retired, playing for Chicago in the MLS. And right away, he announced that he will work as a pundit for the German TV channel ARD or ARD, and as a sports expert. And that made me thinking, and I thought, I just took out my book again, which we wrote about how to become a football agent, and I read the areas which were written by Stefan Erhardt, which is an expert in that field about the career after the career. And Stefan works with players in England, in France right now, who are still active playing and preparing the career after the career. And I think this part is becoming more important every day, and I thought I give you some information about that, why it's so important. So first of all, the facts. I mean, as you probably already know, that literally 80% of the football players, after they retired, 5 years after their retirement, they will declare bankruptcy. So the numbers are very high, and the average career of a football player is just 5 to 7 years. So that's not a long time if you think about the career is very short of a football player, and the majority of the football player's career ends because of an injury, or they just can't find another contract anymore. So for you as an agent, I think it's very important to focus as well on this part and to open doors for your client while you're working for him as an active player. So therefore, I think it's important to understand what happens with these football players. So when they stop playing football, they have the problem of physical change, right? So their diet is changing, they're not training anymore, so they're put on weight. So this first of all changes. But also very important is psychological. There's a huge change for them. So probably they will miss their teammates. They won't be anymore in this environment, and they won't be recognized maybe anymore as they were recognized before. And also in the family, a lot of things changes. Also the family members, he will start having problem maybe in the family because he's now every day at home. He wasn't before. So it's a different life right now. He can get depressions and sadness and even burnout, which happens a lot. So psychological changes plus the physical changes, and also one thing which is important is the logistical change happens as well. That means a lot of football players, when the career finishes, they move with their families into another city or even into another country. So again, that's a big change, and the player is not usually prepared for that. So all these things makes the life of the player after the career very difficult. For you, it's important that you react to that, to help the player already during the careers, that you protect his funds, that you work with wealth management together and save some funds and money. Not that he spends all of the money and while the career ends, he's there without anything. So protecting the funds and using it in the right way is very important, to work there with experts together. Secondly, who you should involve into the player's life, that he has some people around him which he can trust and work with these kind of things for his after the career beside his agent. This could be a friend, it could be a family member or someone else. It's very important that he has always someone there with him. And last but not least, is very important the timing. When are you starting with the after career of your players is when the player is still active and playing. Don't start when everything is over. Start as early as possible to help the player to create the career after the career. Because don't forget, just a tiny bit of football players who are lucky enough and have funds enough, or who are very famous and wealthy, they might not have any problem. But this is just a tiny portion of the whole football players in the world. Probably 90 to 95% they need a proper advice, they need proper help, and you can help them. And this is an area which is growing, where football players will need professional help, and you as an agent should prepare yourself for this as well. Don't think just about the contracts, with the clubs, about the commercial deals. Think also about how can you help your client to build up his career after the career. Thanks guys, and talk to you soon again.